I have people watching you. If you ever try to make a move or make a dash from where you live, I have agents posted around your house, ready to put a bullet in your head.
Hello ladies and genitals, today we're going to be talking about Corbin Panel or Jupiter. This whole timeline of events is genuinely vile. So this creature has been around for quite a long time now, and the sort of things that come to mind when discussing Jupiter are people who haven't aged very much, violence, disgusting hygiene, and in general just an all-round nasty bloke. But who is Jupiter? Well, he's a guy who thinks he's like a vampire or some shit. Very weird. And it does appear that his main TikTok could have actually been banned, but I mean, he's got another one. But he doesn't post as much anymore, though. I did hear one or two people say he may have actually been arrested, but I'm not going to speculate about that sort of thing until I know the truth. But honestly, the fact that he's been banned, it clearly shows nothing, because he could just make a new account. But in case you haven't heard of them before, there is a creator called the Linda Binder who creates many videos surrounding Jupiter. I think the Linda Binder might be some sort of character that sort of plays a relationship sort of figure with Jupiter. Essentially, Jupiter thinks that they're both dating, which is interesting. I'm not really too sure where I stand on that front. I guess to me it kind of feels like someone's holding a dog on a lead that has rabies, and that dog is trying to bite all the young people. But maybe whilst holding the lead or leash, there is a giant sign above the dog saying, "Don't let near your young people." But after many moons of being the butt of the joke, this werewolf wannabe finds out for himself. And, well, he wasn't very pleased. So much so that he decided to declare war.
Hey guys, so apparently Jupiter has become enraged at me and has made a whole 10-minute video declaring war.
Good start. I'm sure this is about to be phenomenal content. A guy who literally did a video admitting that he is a pee radiator, declaring war on another TikToker. You genuinely can only say sentences similar to that when you're discussing these crazy TikTokers. But essentially this video that we're going to be taking a look at today is kind of a highlights realm of all of Jupiter's moments declaring war on Linda Binder. I actually did just use the word highlights, didn't I? It's basically the juicy bits.
Hey Linda, I'm declaring war on you, bitch. So get ready for this crazy addict is what you think I am. Get ready for war, bitch. I'm a Mandalorian. I may not show it, but in spirit I am. This is the way that I always do things.
Genuine adult right here. Ah yes, someone calls you out for being a kiddie fiddler and you go, "Oh look, I'm a Star Wars character." I bet you didn't expect that angle. But by Jupiter saying that this is the way he always does things, he has me a little bit worried. Because the last time I checked up on this creator, he was laying down on his front basically admitting to not being very appropriate around young people. So hopefully we don't see a repeat of this. Also, have a shot every time he touches his hair in this video because it's extremely unnerving.
Sure, I might look crazy with my hair right now, but I don't care. You shouldn't talk shit. Shouldn't be talking shit.
Sorry for the pause again there, I will let the video play, but what the fuck is that on his wall? Is that a cockroach? There is something large climbing up your wall, Jupiter. What the fuck are you doing? Put the phone down and get it out. But please don't tell me your pit has got to this state. I've watched a video of him in the past where he was asked about his living conditions. People basically said, "Jupiter, why is your white bed now brown?" And his response was genuinely, "It's dirt and sweat. So maybe wash. That might help." And so far, I might sound quite mean, but this little cretin is still on our screens after literally admitting to talking and being inappropriate with young people.
It is with a humble heart that I, Jupiter, aka Corbin Panel, was a pedophile.
So, you know, I don't really care.
Shouldn't be talking shit to people like me. Otherwise, pay the price. Pay to play, bitch.
Man, that was so cool. I wonder what the sweaty man with the Star Wars necklace means when he says, "Pay the price." But all jokes aside, I am already very uncomfortable. But that means I can't really begin to imagine how the Linda Binder feels right now, so I hope they've used this video as actual evidence. Because we're not even a minute in and it's already very threatening. All because someone exposed you for being a bit of a creep. I'd suggest maybe don't be a creep. But yes, good job, Jupiter mate. Well done, good job. And if you believe that I am in fact talking shit, then I would be very intrigued to see what this price is. Because I am more than willing to donate to your shampoo fund. On one condition, you leave those kids alone.
You honestly think I give a damn? Not anymore, bitch. So come at me with all the ferocity you got. This werepire is done playing games.
This what? What the fuck is a werepire? You need some fresh air. But it's important to establish here that Jupiter has said he's done playing games. I'm not really sure you can call genuine allegations and being a child magnet games. But from this little pause frame here, I think it's very clear that Jupiter is about to snap. And to be fair, this video is supposed to be him standing up for himself, so I'm very intrigued to see what comes next.
I have people watching you. People like you often victimize people like me. Make us look like idiots. Well, in this day and age, that might have gotten away. But I'm done. Everyone will see you for the fraud you really are. You think you're a goddess, you think you're all this and that. I know that you were part of Anonymous.
First of all, why are you watching the Linda Binder? And I'm not talking about the quality TikTok content that they put out, because we all know what he meant by that. He doesn't really help himself, does he? Every time that he opens his mouth, he moves his lips, he says something that you could possibly investigate. And he also used the words people like you. I wonder if he means commentary channels. Also, what do you mean by victimize people like me? Are you talking about Jimmy Savile and R. Kelly? And you definitely don't need anyone else to make you look like an idiot, because you are quite good at doing that yourself. And let's be honest, this has been a very shocking retaliation video so far. We are literally a minute and a half into some apparent highlights, and we've got nothing really. And all he's done is basically make a threat and say that he likes Star Wars, which is probably the only similarity that me and him have. Because let's be honest here, he's clearly found out that the Linda Binder has been using him to, well, expose him, and he's just got a bit embarrassed. And just like every weird TikToker's response, pick up the phone and make a reactionary response video. Some people should honestly just have their phone taken away.
I have some friends in pretty high places who know exactly who you are. Oh, and if you ever try to make a move or make a dash from where you live, I have agents posted around your house, ready to put a bullet in your head.
Right. What the fuck? I was about to laugh at the agent's comment because that's just absurd, but what the actual fuck is going on here? I really hope that Linda Binder has gone to the police with this, because that was a genuine threat. That is genuinely awful, by the way, and no matter what you think about the morality of what Linda Binder does, that's criminal. This guy has just threatened to end their life. Because of what? You got embarrassed because they didn't want to kiss you. Also, the imaginary werewolf and unicorn friends that you have in high places, they're in your head. Sorry to be the guy that tells you imaginary friends aren't real, everyone, but they're just not.
So go ahead, try to run or fight back. The people I have contact with will put a in you and call it good. Because honestly, I could care less if you lived or died at this point.
Mr. Panel, saying that you could care less, it means that you kind of do care. You might want to check up on your words before you, say them. But again, there's nothing quite like saying, I don't care, than a 10-minute video contradicting yourself and threatening life. What a truly wonderful corner of the internet we found ourselves in. But last time I actually did a Jupiter Corbyn panel video, I actually got a very intriguing comment. So this person actually claims that they were married to Jupiter's father. Apparently this person and Jupiter's biological mother don't actually know about his whereabouts. But if you do still watch videos on Jupiter, then by all means do get in touch with me via my Instagram in the link down below if you're willing to share any stories that you may have. Because Linda Binder actually did upload a sort of interview with Jupiter's sister, and it was genuinely quite eye-opening and extremely sensitive. But back to the main video we're watching today, I really hope Linda Binder has used this and sort of given it to the relevant authorities. Genuinely threatening to unalive someone, all because they're trying to hold you accountable for your actions. It's vile. And it does kind of make me think that without the content that Linda Binder puts out about Jupiter, would this scenario ever have happened? And to be honest, I do think that not exactly the same scenario, but a similar one could have possibly happened. But in this instance, we do have the luxury of, seeing it and having it all documented for us. Because now we know if we see this man to avoid him. And if maybe we didn't have this sort of luxury, maybe you'd only end up hearing about it when it's too late. I just hope that the relevant authorities are actually involved with this, and this isn't all just for views on the internet. Because this scenario here is way further than haha funny funny internet time. This is someone who clearly is not present, threatening to unalive people. Because all of the comments on this video are just people laughing. And yes, if you looked at this man, well, you wouldn't fear him, would you? But if someone has a shooty in their hand, well, you don't really have to be a physically imposing person. And that is sort of the worrying thing for me, because I feel like as people, we have become so numb to things like this that we'll just sit there and laugh about it, not really realizing. And I get it, we want to have a laugh and a joke about the funny man on the internet, the funny crazy man that's really silly. People think Jupiter's a weirdo, so they want to laugh at him. But these signs have been so telling for so long now. I mean, he's already admitted to speaking to not very aged people. Who's to say he's gonna stop there? Apologies for the little ramble, we'll get on with the video now.
I could care less. People like you don't understand the societal woes of people like me. There's a bunch of people out there who I know who wouldn't hesitate to take you out.
Societal woes? Are you taking the piss? You are literally the woe. You create woes. Genuinely, this victim complex is the most bizarre one I think I've ever seen. I've never known a more unhinged person, and I thought we had it tough with Alphabet being in Britain. Honestly, my very small American audience, I feel very sorry for you, because I'm genuinely running out of words to actually say about this person. I'm just genuinely flabbergasted that this sort of behaviour has actually been going on. And the worst thing is, there's still 30 seconds of this video left, and I just know it's going to be awful. Bearing in mind, this is the cut down part, this is the highlights.
And this isn't a threat to you, it's a promise. There are agents out there, Homeland Security, who would gladly put you down like a rabid dog. So think twice before angering someone who has friends in high places.
Okay, the comment about not being a threat, being a promise, yada yada yada, that should be enough to have him behind bars. I don't see how this isn't sufficient evidence to have him off the streets. What he just said there is a telling sign as ever to say, you know what, maybe this guy isn't right. Maybe he should, you know, be in jail, keep him away from people, keep him off the streets. And Homeland Security, aren't they kind of like border force? And like if someone's being mean to someone online, they might say, stop being mean. I don't think that if you phoned them up and said, hello, someone's pretending to be my partner, I don't think they'd take you very seriously. But then, if they did actually want to take a look into your case, they might search your name into YouTube and see maybe even this video. And do you think if they're watching this far, they might actually take you seriously? Or do you think they'd report you to the police? That's such a tricky question. I don't know the answer.
This is all I gotta say to you.
That's not words, by the way, just thought I'd let you know that one.
It's over.
Thank Christ for that. I always question the mindset of someone who would record themselves in this sort of scenario, watch it back and go, you know what, sound, I'll post that. As much as it is fun to laugh at the weird man on the internet, I really hope Linda Binder is coping okay with this, because I know full well that I'd be a bit uncomfortable if I had this sort of attention. Like, I don't think I'd be very happy if someone threatened to put me down. I don't think for 1 minute that Jupiter would do something like that, but honestly, the threat alone, that's enough. I guess my message to Jupiter, wash your hair, clean your bedroom, and maybe change your sheets. And also, stop being a fucking weirdo. There is genuinely no need to behave in this way. There is no benefit to anyone. You lost your main TikTok account, so you can't say you're just doing things for engagements to get money. Not that that's a justification, by the way. In fact, that makes it even worse. And to my American audience, if there is anyone else like this that you for some reason want to expose me to, then by all means, let me know down in the comments and I might check them out. But anyway guys, that's where I'm going to leave today's video. I hope you did enjoy. If you did, please do feel free to leave a like and subscribe. It is completely free and it helps me out massively. But yeah, cheers. Bye.